So we'll come over to the main sponsor of this year's APF, the Husqvarna stand, and we've got some new toys to take a look at. Hugo, very nice to meet you. You've done cracking this year. The stand looks absolutely fantastic.
Thanks.
Got the chainsaws in front of us, and then we've also got something really different behind us as well, some new climbing equipment. So we'll start off with this bad boy. The handles are warm on it. Hang on.
How does it feel?
It's a little bit cold in September. That feels nice. It's not too hot either. Yeah. Right. So why's this got heated handles then?
So that is our, let's say, updates for next year on our existing battery chainsaws, 540 IXP and also the T540 IXP. Both will come standard with an oil sensor, so that you will get the LED display when oil is low.
Yeah.
And then we have another variant, which is this one, where you can also have added heated handles.
Yes.
And this one will come with two heated handles, the rear handle and the front handle. The top handle will only have the rear handle, or the top handle heated. So that is new for next year.
So the battery is now developed, because when Husqvarna first got into it, when the other guys got into the battery stuff, it was always a little bit hard to realise when you've run out of oil. And correct me if I'm wrong, but I was always taught when the battery goes, the oil's pretty much run out. By the sounds of it, the battery it's a 5.2 hour amp battery. This will now last longer than tank of oil in there, hence why you need the oil sensor.
Normally, oil will, let's say, the battery will be drained before the oil. But when you run a petrol chainsaw, it is, let's say, a common thing to refill oil and fuel at the same time, which is not the case with battery. So therefore, by making that indication, they say, okay, hey, now you're low on oil, we help people to remind that, hey, they need to refill.
Yes, that's awesome. Perfect. And then we've got probably one of the favourite chainsaws in the fleet. This is now the Mark III version as well. So is there any major changes to this one?
This one is completely new in the range. So we didn't have a 40cc rear handle version in the range before. So the 540 XP Mark III, we call it Mark III because it's, let's say, the brother from the top handle version.
Yeah.
This is completely new in the range. So
So I probably think the 570 then, the one above it.
570 is a few steps above there.
Yeah.
That is a 70cc and this is only 40cc.
It's like anyone watching, everyone knows I have very limited experience with the Husqvarnas, but it's one of those brands where if you work in the forestry industry, you do go with Husqvarna. It is the better option. What's the maximum bar size that we can run on this?
I would recommend it 16 inch.
Yeah.
It depends a little bit on your job, of course. But knowing that you have the power of a 40cc, it doesn't make sense to put a very long bar on it.
No.
It just eats more, let's say, power, and you don't gain anything from it. So 16 or 15 inch, that's the nice size.
For a 40cc saw, it is very lightweight. There's not a lot of weight into it, because with the old cast constructions, you'd know after a good couple of hours of using it. Also, is the handle slightly bigger on this one as well?
The diameter of the handle is like our 50C 550 and so on. But what you might feel is that we made a very, let's say, big radius.
Yeah.
So when you do the snetting, you move your left hand a lot on the front tube, and that made it extremely comfortable. This one is made for moving and maneuvering the chainsaw around the stem, and so the whole design of it is optimized for that type of a work.
Because it flows through the hand nicely.
Yeah.
So you can do the movements with it.
And what do you think about the balance? Nice,
That's spot on, that, isn't it?
That's what I think.
Oh, perfect. And then we've got probably still one of the best top handles in the industry. We've got the T540 XP Mark III as well.
Yeah.
And again, this is the top handle I'd go for. It's the one, isn't it? It is the one. Any new changes to this edition?
Yeah, so it looks similar to the Mark II, but it is a completely new chainsaw. So we started from scratch,
really?
more or less. So it's not just updating, let's say, some stuff on the Mark II. It's a new engine. It's new technology in there. So what we achieve with this one is to increase the power.
Yeah.
So we go up from 1.8 to 1.9 kilowatts.
Okay.
So that's a nice step up, and we reduce the weight from 3.9 to 3.8. It's 100 grams. So your power to weight is quite a step up. So that is one thing.
Yeah.
The second thing is that we worked a lot on the startability. So, and that goes for both actually. So the auto tune, you're aware of that one, eh? So regulating the carburetor and the fuel air mixture. That is now the latest version, so the 3.0 version, which helps a lot in the runnability, but also the startability of the chainsaw.
Yeah.
So it even runs on choke, so you don't flood it even.
Yeah.
So if it is on choke and you start it, it will run. You have all the time to take the choke off.
Hugo, thank you very much for showing us the updated range.
You're very welcome.